obviously reset. What's up, guys? Welcome to Kyle's Garage. If you guys are new here, my name is Kyle. I recently started this new YouTube channel, kind of expand my YouTube videos. If you don't know, I have a separate YouTube channel called Moto Head Kyle, where I do strictly motorcycle stuff on that channel, like moto vlogs, reviews, installs. So if you guys are into motorcycles and that kind of content, I'll have a link down below in the description. Go check out my other YouTube channel. But if you guys are clicking on this video, chances are you want to do an oil change on your Chevy Trailblazer. So if that's why you're here, do me a favor. Go ahead down, click on that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so that way you guys get notified when I post new videos like this one. All right, so first things first, I apologize in advance if you hear a fan in the background. It's my little propane heater trying to keep me warm. It is 20 degrees out here in Eastern PA. So my Trailblazer is a 1.3 liter 3-cylinder. It has a 9-speed transmission, does not have the CVT, takes the 0-weight-20 oil. So we're gonna be doing a service today on my Trailblazer. Currently has 42,500 miles. Let's get this jacked up and on jack stands, and we'll proceed with the video. Okay, so I got my jack underneath, got my jack stands in place. Obviously, you'll want to heat your motor. I did such, and I took it for a drive, let it come up to temperature and whatnot. So at this point, we're going to go underneath, and I'm going to show you where the little access panel is to the drain plug and the oil filter, and we'll go from there. Okay, so underneath, you're going to see this little panel. There's a 7mm screw there, and over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and zip those off quick. Bear with me, it is very hard to hold the camera and try to work at the same time. So this little panel just slides right off at the lip. And then right there you can see your AC Delco PF66 filter. And right there is your drain plug. I'm just gonna collect my screws, set them on my tray for later. All right, so at this point, I'm gonna just pull the dipstick out just a smidge to allow for some extra air. And then we're gonna get our drain pan set up underneath. Now, I've done all the oil changes on this car since the 10,000 mile service because my first oil change was free. One thing I've noticed is this 0-weight-20 oil, when it's warm, it definitely likes to come out like water and make a big mess. So what I do is I usually crack it and keep the plug kind of in there to control the flow of the oil until it gets down to a manageable flow rate. And then that way I can take it out fully. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar, here's your motor oil dipstick. And usually I like to just check the oil just to note that if you have oil consumption or not. So let me get you guys set up here and we'll do such. So technically speaking, they want you to check the engine oil cold. I don't like doing that because if you add too much to where it's full on the dipstick and you run your car, the oil's gonna heat up and it's gonna expand. And then that's when you get all your oil blowing through your intake. And that's what causes blow by and all that stuff into your intake manifold and crap. So we don't like that. So as you can see, I'm still about like 3/4 full on the dipstick. So obviously that's 5,000 miles. Doesn't matter really what you have, it's gonna consume a little bit of oil, but definitely don't wanna pull that and have nothing on the dipstick. So like I said, I'm just gonna leave this out a little bit just to introduce some air when we pull the drain plug. Okay guys, bear with me. Obviously I do not have a lift and I'm trying to show you as much as possible. So this is just like a 1/4 turn kind of drain plug screw. I try not to get the tools dirty as much as possible. See, like right there, I just cracked it and I'll let it just drain like that. Just simply, like I said, because otherwise it will splatter everywhere. Now obviously you can see I'm wearing gloves because the oil is kind of warm and hot. I try not to let my car get too hot. See, like right there, I kind of just pulled it and you can see it's She's going everywhere. Kind of just slipped out of my hand. I actually have a oil pad beneath us. I'll have a link down below in the description. This time, clean off my extension, clean off my drain plug. I've been reusing the same drain plug. I just always inspect the O-ring. I haven't had any issues. So the next part of the fun's gonna be taking the oil filter out. I always put them on just hand tight, but sometimes they still kind of like vapor lock. So I got one of these fancy doodahs. Take the oil filter off. It's just a simple Amazon oil filter wrench. I'll have one link down below in the description. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish screwing off that oil filter. Letting it drip a little bit, and then we'll take it the rest of the way off. Alright, so at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean my hand off here a little bit with some towels. We're gonna prep the new filter, let this drip out for a little while, and then we'll finish cleaning off the drain plug, put the drain plug back in, and oil up the new filter and go from there. Alright, so I'm over here at the drain plug. I'm just gonna clean it up as best as I can. Like I said, I've been reusing the same one, but probably within the next oil change or two, once I hit 50,000, I'm gonna probably go ahead and just order a new one. They're cheap enough. On my new oil filter, like I said, this will be in the link down below in the description. I always just use the stock AC Delco ones. I don't know, I've never had an issue. I'm using my Mobile One Extended Performance 0820 Dexos. It says it's good for 20,000. I change it every 5,000 regardless. This stuff's cheap enough. It's like 29 bucks on Amazon for 5 quarts, and the Trailblazer takes like right at 5 from my experience. What I like to do, I like to flip the filter. Well, Amazon gave me a cheap box, but I like to flip the filter over like such. The camera being in the way, but I like to just fill up the filter. I like to stick my finger in, get some fresh oil. And then obviously we have some fresh oil here. I like to just take the oil and go around the seal. Let that soak in for a minute. And then I personally close it back up for the minute or so that I'm gonna go reinstall the drain plug and whatnot. So let's go reinstall our drain plug, wipe down our drain plug hole and oil filter housing. Now it's time to just wipe away at our plug here just to get it to stop dripping the best you can. I got nasty salt water dripping on me here, so we're gonna try to do this as quick as we can. It's gonna always start dripping a little bit. We'll clean that up here in a little bit. And these just, like I said, twist back in and twist until it goes to the dog locks there. Hopefully you can see well enough. It's to the stopper. And then we'll just take a towel, wipe off the best we can, and then we'll take some brake clean in once we get the oil filter on and finish cleaning it up as best as possible. So I don't know how well you guys can see, but there's the oil filter housing back there. As you can see, there's some dirty oil on it. Just gonna wipe that off, and then we reinstall the new filter. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And the thing to note with oil filters are, I just go basically hand tight because otherwise you don't wanna like have to strip it, and there's enough stories of oil filters not wanting to come off and people having to do some extensive measures. I'm probably blocking the entire camera right now, but that's why I just wanted to show you guys ahead of time, just so you know what you're looking at. I mean, it's pretty common sense, but. And the big thing too with the oil filter housing is just make sure the old O-ring comes off the old oil filter. Make sure it's down to the bare metal. Otherwise, when you install the new one, you'll have 2 gaskets on it. And then when you go to start it up, it'll be nothing but a huge mess. And like I said, just go to hand tight there, nothing crazy. My hands are a little oily, so that's why I'm just gripping it a little harder. But hand tight. And then now I'm just gonna go get some brake clean just to spray this up and wipe it down. And just simple spray. That's all you need. You don't need much. This stuff evaporates pretty quickly anyway, but wipe her down again. Just make sure you get everywhere. I don't see any more oil. I'm gonna just move you guys so I can peek. We are clean as can be. So at this point, we're just gonna go ahead and reinstall our cover. Just make sure this slides into that slot. And then this got to slide over that lip as well. Hopefully you can see, like I said, slot here, and then that slot's got to go over this. Right into place. Come on. There we go. And you just go till they're tight. You don't have to go crazy. It's just plastic. And then the last one. All right, so like I said, the cover's back on. So now all we gotta do is add oil and let it run and check the levels and reset the oil life. Okay, so I have one of these fancy funnels. It acts like a cap, basically. You can remove your cap, and then this twists right on as a cap would. I'll have the link down below in the description for this as well. Makes it super easy. And then we just simply add our oil. And like I said, from my experience, Trailblazer takes the full 5 quarts, so just gonna dump our oil in. All right, once your oil's all added, do that. And then you can remove your funnel, but first I like to just wipe the engine cap off real good. Definitely when you do your own oil change, you want to buy some shop towels. They are definitely a lifesaver. It's going to have a little drip there. Just go like that. Reinstall your engine cap, and then we'll push the dipstick the rest of the way in. Pull it. I always just check it the first time anyway. It's full, but wipe it. Clean it off best you can there, and then put it in, pull it back out, and obviously you can see we're up to that top tick. The light's kind of reflecting, but you can see it's full. And then, like I said, obviously it'll expand a little bit once it gets heated. So that's that for the oil change. Now we just need to reset our oil life and put a new sticker on. So before I reset my oil life, grab a tag, buy a crap ton of these off Amazon for like $8, not really a big deal. I just like it as a reminder. I don't ever go by the oil life. The date, I always just personally write the date that I changed the oil. So today is 12/16/25, and I'm at 42.5. So we'll change it again at 47,500. So we'll take this inside. All right. So you're gonna need your keys. And I just usually do this when I start the car. Obviously you wanna make sure all your lights go back out. Make sure you don't have an oil light come up, because we'll do one more final oil check after everything circulates through. On your screen here, we're gonna click on that doodah. Gonna go to maintenance. As you can see, I changed it with my oil life at 31%, but you click oil life and just simply click reset. Obviously, reset. Takes a second, and then boom, you're at 100%. And then obviously you can do the same with the air filter. I went ahead and cleaned that the last time, so still at 95%, I'm not worried about it. So that is how you reset your oil life. And then we'll just replace the tag and check the warm oil level. All right, so you saw me just reset the oil life and run my car for a little bit. So let's recheck the oil level. Like I said, I always check and then wipe, but that one doesn't really matter. And as you can see, we're still full. So there you have it. If you guys made it this far in the video, make sure to smash that like button, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon so that way you guys get notified when I post new videos like this one. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace!